You're one phone call away from booking that cruise, one click away from locking in flights to Italy. But let me ask you something. What happens if your legs give out on day 2? What happens if your blood pressure spikes in a city where no one speaks your language? Or worse, what happens when you discover Medicare doesn't follow you overseas? Hi, I'm your guide on Defiant Health, and today I'm not here to show you the top 10 vacation spots. I'm here to show you something far more important: how to travel smart after 60 without putting your health, your safety, or your savings on the line. Because the truth is, every year thousands of seniors get blindsided, not by where they're going, but by what they didn't plan for. I know this isn't the sexy part of travel. We all want the postcard moments, the wine at sunset, the cobblestone cafes. But behind every great trip for someone over 60, there needs to be something more powerful than a suitcase. A survival plan for your body. And if you don't have one, that trip of a lifetime might just take more from you than it gives. Now I get it. After a lifetime of working hard, raising kids, and caring for others, this is finally your time. But here's the thing no one likes to say out loud. Your body isn't the same traveler it used to be. That doesn't mean you stop, it means you shift, you adapt. You learn how to protect the engine that carries your dreams, your knees, your sleep, your heart, your memory. Because I've seen it too many times. Friends, clients, even my own uncle, healthy, active, excited, come back from a simple trip with a broken hip, a $20,000 hospital bill, or a body so drained it takes months to feel normal again. Not because they weren't strong, but because they weren't ready for the hidden traps no one warns you about. And that's what this video is. It's your quiet warning and your gentle compass. A map through the 5 most common, but overlooked travel risks for people over 60. Things like why a flight longer than 4 hours could secretly endanger your life if you're not moving your legs. How fatigue and poor sleep during travel increases your risk of falling, even in the nicest hotel lobby. Why one sip of tap water in the wrong country can land you in bed for days or worse. And the shocking truth about how most American seniors are completely uninsured when traveling abroad, even if they have Medicare. But listen, this isn't about fear, it's about freedom. Because when you know how to protect yourself, when you pack more than just clothes and bring real preparation into your travel plans, you're no longer gambling. You're in command. We're going to cover easy, natural solutions. Everything from how to prep your body before you go, what to pack in your personal travel health kit, and how to spot a scam before it spots you. Whether you're planning a luxury cruise or a road trip through the Rockies, this video will help you do it without sacrificing the things that matter most: your safety, your energy, and your joy. And hey, before we go deeper, let me ask for something small but meaningful. If you believe content like this matters, if you want to see more practical, heart-first health advice for the 60-plus community, would you tap that like button, hit subscribe, or share this video with someone you care about? I'm on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers, not for vanity, but so we can keep growing this space where your health, your wisdom, and your future matter. Okay, breathe in real deep. Now exhale. This isn't just about travel tips. This is about traveling with dignity, with awareness, with defiance of the idea that getting older means sitting out the good stuff, because we're not done living. We're just learning how to do it smarter. Let's begin. Section 1: When a heartbeat becomes a headline, most critical risk. What if the most dangerous part of your dream vacation isn't the destination, but the moment your heart asks for help, and no one understands the language it's speaking? This isn't drama, it's biology. And for those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, the risks aren't hidden in maps or airplane tickets, they're hidden inside our own chests. Let's speak clearly and without fear. After 60, the way your body handles travel is not the same as it once was. And that's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom to recognize it. When you cross time zones, your internal clock, the one that keeps your heart, blood pressure, digestion, and sleep patterns in rhythm, can start to misfire. Your body no longer adapts instantly to change, it protests in quiet ways. Shortness of breath, unexpected fatigue, headaches, swelling, or a pressure in your chest that doesn't feel quite right. These aren't minor annoyances. These are whispers from your heart asking for more care than you gave it in your younger years. Air travel, for example, isn't just about boarding a plane. It means long hours of sitting, restricted movement, thinner oxygen levels in the cabin, and recirculated dry air, all of which can increase your risk of something very serious. A blood clot in the legs, also called deep vein thrombosis, DVT. If that clot travels to your lungs or heart, it can become a life-threatening emergency. Combine that with climate change at your destination, unfamiliar foods, new altitudes, and physical exertion like walking, tour, or stairs. And suddenly what seemed like a relaxing trip becomes a cardiovascular challenge you weren't ready for. But what's even more alarming is what happens after something goes wrong. Most people over 60 assume their health insurance has them covered, especially those with Medicare. The reality, it doesn't. Traditional Medicare offers virtually no coverage outside the United States, and most supplemental plans have tight limitations, meaning if you suffer a heart event overseas, you could be fully responsible for tens of thousands of dollars in medical bills. Even basic care, an ER visit, a few hours of oxygen or cardiac monitoring, can empty your savings faster than you can say passport. This is not to scare you, this is to protect you. Because here's the truth no one likes to admit. Your heart doesn't care how beautiful the destination is. It cares whether it can keep you alive long enough to enjoy it. That's why the most important travel document you carry after 60 isn't your boarding pass, it's your health passport. This isn't just a file, it's your lifeline. It should include your full list of medications, dosages, known allergies, past surgeries, chronic conditions, and emergency contacts, along with any recent heart or lung test results. It should be printed, waterproof, translated if traveling abroad, and always within reach. That passport might one day save your life faster than any doctor can. Beyond that, scheduling a thorough pre-travel health screening is not a luxury, it's a responsibility. Especially if your trip includes long flights or destinations above 5,000 feet in elevation. Ask for a cardiovascular assessment that includes blood pressure evaluation, an ECG if needed, and oxygen level testing under light exertion. If your doctor hesitates, find one who understands the physiological demands of travel at your age. This isn't about limiting your freedom, it's about expanding it with intelligence. Now when you travel, you need to move, not just through airports but during the flight itself. Every hour, flex your calves, stand and stretch if possible, wear medical-grade compression socks, hydrate. Avoid alcohol and salty snacks, both of which worsen dehydration and increase clot risk. These aren't small suggestions, they're tools that keep your blood flowing, your lungs open, and your heart steady. If you're visiting high-altitude cities, give your body a grace period. Walk slower, rest more, watch for symptoms like dizziness, chest tightness, or extreme fatigue. Carry low-dose aspirin if your doctor approves, and always bring more medication than you think you'll need. Climate and travel delays can stretch your trip, and no one wants to beg a foreign pharmacy to translate your prescription during a crisis. And most of all, Invest in true international health insurance, not just trip protection, but full emergency coverage, including hospital stays and medical evacuation. You're not too old to travel, but you are too important not to plan wisely. Your heart has carried you through weddings, funerals, illnesses, recoveries, joy, and grief. It has endured through the passing of decades. It's the muscle of memory and motion. You owe it nothing less than your full attention. This isn't about stopping you from going. It's about ensuring you come back, not just alive, but well, full, glowing, renewed. Travel is your reward for a life long lived. But travel should never be the reason that life is cut short. So ask yourself with deep honesty, is my heart ready for this journey, not just emotionally, but physically, medically, sustainably? Because once your heartbeat becomes a headline, the only question that matters is, were you prepared? Section 2. Invisible enemies in beautiful places. Second most overlooked risk. It's not always the flight that grounds you. Sometimes it's the salad in paradise. Not the turbulence, not the hotel stairs, but something as innocent as a sip of juice or a mouthful of street food. And when your body is over 65, what used to be a 24-hour stomach bug can evolve into a 5-day health crisis far from home. This is the danger too few people talk about, the invisible enemies in beautiful places. Bacteria you can't see, viruses you don't expect, and a weakened immune system that no longer fights with the fire it once had. You see, one of the most subtle yet serious changes after age 65 is what researchers call immune drift, a gradual, often unnoticed weakening of your immune defenses. This isn't about being sickly. It's about how age naturally thins out your internal army. Your white blood cells, the very ones trained to recognize and destroy invaders, don't respond as fast. Your gut microbiome, which plays a central role in immunity, becomes more fragile. Your ability to recover from infections slows. And yet, many older travelers treat their bodies like they're still in their 40s, eating freely, drinking casually, and believing their stomachs are bulletproof. But science says otherwise. When you arrive in a new country, you're not just arriving into culture and color. You're arriving into a new microbial world. Different air, different water, different sanitation standards. What's harmless to locals can be devastating to your system. Street food served at room temperature, fresh salads washed in untreated tap water, ice cubes made from unfiltered water, sauces left sitting in the sun. Even hotel buffets can be breeding grounds for bacteria if food isn't rotated properly. These aren't exceptions, they're everywhere. And when your immune system is already quieter, slower, more vulnerable, the consequences can be severe. What begins as a stomach cramp can quickly become vomiting, diarrhea, dehydration, and hospitalization. And the deeper risk isn't just discomfort, it's disruption. A single infection can knock you out for the rest of your trip, weaken your immunity further, and even trigger complications in those with diabetes, heart disease, or kidney issues. This isn't about being paranoid, it's about being prepared, because your body is not in its 20s anymore. And that's not an insult, it's a reminder to travel with care. One of the most powerful shifts you can make as a traveler over 60 is to stop thinking of food as just pleasure and start treating it as a safety choice. This doesn't mean you skip every culinary experience, but it does mean you evaluate your meals with intention. Cooked food is safer than raw. Hot food is safer than cold. Bottled beverages are safer than tap. Avoid ice unless it's made from purified water. Pass on salads unless you're sure the water used to wash them is safe. And be cautious with dairy unless it's clearly pasteurized. Remember, One moment of indulgence isn't worth a week in a foreign hospital bed. And while we're here, let's talk about airborne risks. Airplanes, buses, and crowded tourist attractions are filled with recirculated air and high-touch surfaces. As someone over 60, you're not just more susceptible to foodborne illness, you're also more vulnerable to respiratory viruses. Whether it's the flu, RSV, or strains of the common cold, what a younger person shakes off in 48 hours might drag you down for 10 days. Your lungs are older, your immune response is slower, and your recovery window is longer. So what do we do about it? We build a safe food and immunity travel kit. This isn't just about first aid. This is your daily defense, your preparation for the invisible. Here's what should go in it. 1. High-quality probiotics. Start them 1 week before travel and continue through your trip. They support gut health and strengthen your immune response. 2. Activated charcoal capsules. These can bind to toxins in the gut and reduce the severity of food poisoning symptoms when taken immediately after suspect meals. 3. Electrolyte packets. Easy to carry, life-saving if you get dehydrated. Go for low-sugar options like Drip Drop or Liquid IV4, pocket hand sanitizer and sanitizing wipes. Your hands are your first line of defense. Clean them before eating, after public transport, and after touching railings or menus. 5. A refillable water bottle with a built-in filter. Life straw or Grail bottles filter out bacteria and viruses, letting you refill confidently even when you can't trust the tap. 6. Herbal immune support like elderberry or vitamin C with zinc. It won't prevent everything, but it keeps your system supported. And finally, don't underestimate your routine. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Don't touch your face after using public transportation or handling money. If someone's coughing nearby, keep a polite distance. Wear a mask in packed spaces, not out of fear but out of wisdom. You're not being overcautious. You're being strategic, because nothing ruins a trip faster than being stuck in bed while the world moves on without you. The bottom line is simple: you deserve to taste the world, but not at the cost of your health. You've earned these moments. The sunrise from a balcony in Rome, the scent of lemongrass on a Bangkok street, the clink of glasses in a Spanish courtyard, but you don't earn them by taking chances. You earn them by protecting the only thing that makes all of it possible, your body. So the next time you plan your itinerary, don't just think about the landmarks. Think about the meals, the air, the crowds. Build your day like you'd build a good house, solid, thoughtful, safe. Because in this chapter of life, we don't need to chase everything. We just need to enjoy what we've already earned. And the best way to do that is to prepare for the things we can't see coming. Because it's not the meal that's risky. It's the assumption that your body will handle it like it used to. So protect your gut, strengthen your lungs, carry your kit. Make safety part of your ritual, because the enemies you can't see are real, and so is your power to prevent them. This is not paranoia. This is wisdom earned through time, experience, and self-respect. You are not fragile. You are simply too valuable to take unnecessary risks. And that, more than anything, is what keeps you free to explore. Section 3. Jet lag isn't just tiring, it's taxing, often dismissed risk. What's the point of standing beneath the Eiffel Tower if your eyes are too tired to stay open, your mind too foggy to appreciate the moment, and your legs too sore to keep going? This isn't an exaggeration, it's a common experience for older travelers who underestimate the real weight of exhaustion. And it's not just about being tired. After 60, fatigue becomes more than a feeling. It becomes a force that slows your body's healing, clouds your thinking, increases your fall risk, and silently steals the joy from your journey. The hard truth is that aging changes the way our bodies process effort and recovery. A young traveler might hop time zones, walk 10 miles in a day, crash for a night, and bounce back without much thought. But for seniors, the story is different. Our bodies take longer to reset. Jet lag is no longer a mild inconvenience. It's a full-body confusion where your brain, your gut, your hormones, and even your heart rhythm lose their synchrony. That leads to poor sleep, low energy, irritation, and reduced immunity, all of which stack up silently until the magic of your vacation feels dull, draining, or even overwhelming. One of the most deceptive aspects of this is what I call invisible fatigue. You don't notice it happening, not at first. You're running on adrenaline, ticking off sites from your itinerary, smiling for the photos. But something in your core feels off. Not bad, just dim, less spark, less connection. And by the time your body fully feels it, you're already on day 5, staring down another early morning, another train ride, another city, and no strength to enjoy it. This kind of fatigue doesn't just make you feel slow, it also makes you vulnerable. Your balance falters, your reflexes delay. You forget little details, where you placed your bag, whether you took your medication, which street your hotel was on. That's how falls happen. That's how simple forgetfulness becomes a costly mistake. And no travel memory is worth your safety. So what's the better path? You plan rest into the itinerary as deliberately as you plan the destination. Think of this as the 2-for-1 rule. For every 2 days of activity, schedule 1 full day of lightness. No major tour, no rushed mornings, no pressure. That rest day isn't lost time, it's fuel. It's the oil that keeps the lamp burning. Consider an afternoon nap part of your travel ritual, not a sign of weakness. Let your hotel be more than a place to sleep. Make it a quiet sanctuary where your body can reset between adventures. Choose flights that don't force 3 a.m. alarms. Build in buffer time after your arrival day. Don't land at 10 a.m. and plan a full-day tour at noon. Give your body at least 24 hours to adapt to new clocks, new beds, and new food. And be gentle. Your sleep patterns may already be lighter than they once were. Traveling across time zones only complicates that. Use tools like melatonin. After consulting your doctor, earplugs, eye masks, or white noise apps to encourage restful sleep. Drink plenty of water. Dehydration is a fatigue amplifier. Eat light and clean, especially in the first 48 hours. All of this adds up to one thing: honoring your limits isn't giving in, it's growing wise. You didn't come all this way just to see things. You came to feel alive in them. And to do that, you need to protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. There is nothing wrong with slowing down. In fact, slowing down is often how we savor more. So the next time you plan your itinerary, don't just ask, what do I want to see? Ask, how do I want to feel while I'm seeing it? That single shift will change the quality of your experience more than any upgrade ever could. Because in this season of life, rest is not a reward, it's a responsibility. And when you honor that, every moment of your journey becomes fuller, brighter, and more deeply yours. Section 4. The world isn't made for fragile ankles, most common physical injury. Your legs are your foundation. They carry not just your weight, but your memories, your momentum, your freedom. So don't let a cobblestone betray them. That's not poetry, that's a warning. Because for people over 70, one wrong step can change the course of a trip or even a life. After decades of strength, resilience, and motion, your body deserves more than just excitement. It deserves protection. And yet, far too many travelers in their later years forget just how dangerous uneven ground can be. We're not just talking about a little soreness after a long day of walking. We are talking about real risk: fractures, sprains, torn ligaments, hip dislocations, many of which don't fully heal in older adults. And the truth is, most of them could have been prevented not with medication or surgery, but with awareness. By the time we reach our 70s, our musculoskeletal system is no longer what it used to be. Bone density begins to decline silently. That slow erosion of strength known as osteoporosis makes our bones more brittle, more likely to break under impact, even small ones. The shock of a fall that might have caused a bruise in your 40s could now result in a hip fracture. And recovery, it's slower, more complex, and often incomplete, but bone strength is only half the story. The other half is proprioception, our body's ability to sense movement and balance. This sharpens in youth and fades with age. Our ankles don't correct as quickly, our reflexes are delayed. And when you add unfamiliar terrain, slippery stone paths, sudden steps, broken sidewalks, you have a dangerous mix of fragility and unpredictability. And here's the quiet heartbreak. Most travelers don't know they're at risk until they're already on the ground, in pain, in shock, in a place where the language is foreign and the medical help is hours away. All it takes is a small misstep in the wrong alleyway, one cracked tile on a dim staircase, one moment of overconfidence. The fall doesn't need to be dramatic. Often it's barely seen. But the results, surgery, hospital stays, missed flights, weeks in a cast, months in physical therapy, linger long after the trip is over. And no memory is worth that. So what does real prevention look like? It starts long before you leave. First, recognize the truth. The world is not designed for aging feet. Most cities, especially older ones, think Rome, Lisbon, Kyoto, Istanbul, were built centuries ago. Their charm comes from history, but history doesn't include handrails, elevators, or even basic curb visibility. Many destinations are full of narrow cobblestone lanes, uneven plazas, stairs with no markings, and hotel entrances with steep steps or slippery tiles. Add poor nighttime lighting, rushed tour groups, and mental fatigue, and you have a minefield under your feet. That's why your first layer of defense is your footwear. Not just comfortable shoes, but travel-engineered stability shoes, designed with non-slip soles, arch support, and lateral ankle protection. You need shoes that respond to the ground better than you can. Modern orthopedic brands now offer lightweight, stylish, and medically protective options that blend fashion with function. This isn't about giving up style. It's about choosing not to sacrifice safety for appearance. No one remembers your shoes, everyone remembers your injury. The second line of protection, smart tools. And one of the most underrated is the foldable walking stick. Forget the image of the heavy wooden cane from the 1950s. Today's travel sticks are sleek, collapsible, made of aluminium or carbon fiber, and can fit discreetly in your carry-on. They don't just provide balance, they signal caution to those around you. They buy you confidence. They allow you to walk longer without fatigue. And they are a game changer when facing stairs without handrails, markets with crowds, or trails with unexpected inclines. Don't see it as a sign of weakness, see it as your portable anchor. Third, and perhaps most important, is pacing. This connects directly with what we explored in the previous section. Fatigue makes falls more likely. When your legs are tired, your footing weakens. When your mind is foggy, your judgment dulls. When you rush from site to site, your body forgets how to slow down. So the solution isn't just walking carefully, it's walking intentionally. Build your daily itinerary around movement, rest, and awareness. Don't overload the morning, avoid last-minute rushes, watch where you step, pause before you descend stairs, use railings, choose hotel rooms near elevators. And take the time to scan your surroundings, not just with your eyes, but with your body's sense of footing. And yes, travel insurance matters here too. not just for exotic illnesses, but for broken bones, emergency transport, and even evacuation if you're too injured to fly home on a regular seat. Most standard policies don't cover pre-existing conditions or injuries sustained in non-structured environments. So review the fine print. Choose a policy that covers falls, surgeries, rehab, and even emergency hotel extensions. Because healing overseas is complicated and expensive. Finally, prepare physically before you go. Do daily balance drills. Practice heel-to-toe walks, side steps, or even gentle yoga to reawaken your core stability. Consider a fall prevention assessment with your physical therapist. That's not over-preparing, that's caring for yourself, for your future. Because in this season of life, your ankles aren't just bones, they're your permission to keep moving. They carry your independence, your dreams, your dignity. They are the difference between strolling through ancient cities with wonder or watching the world go by from a wheelchair, so protect them. Guard them like they matter, because they do. And no cobblestone, however beautiful, should have the power to take that from you. Section 5. What scammers know that you don't. Most surprising risk. You've earned the trip, don't let someone else spend it. That's not just a catchy phrase, it's a truth too many older travelers learn the hard way. You've worked, saved, waited. You've planned this vacation down to the last detail. And just when your suitcase is zipped and your spirit is open, someone you've never met, someone you'll never see, steals it from you with a few clever clicks, a fake phone number, or a glossy website built only to deceive. Because here's the part most don't know. Older adults are now among the top targets for travel scams, and scammers know exactly how to reach you. And not through back alleys or dark corners of the internet, but through beautifully designed travel pages. Friendly-sounding rental ads, tempting flight deals, and smiling voices promising a free bonus if you act fast. It's not about intelligence, it's about timing. These scams prey on trust, on emotion, and on the pure joy of looking forward to something wonderful. And if you're over 60, your risk isn't just higher, it's multiplying. According to the FBI's latest elder fraud report, seniors lost over $3 billion last year to scams, many of them travel-related. Fake vacation rentals, phony resort packages, credit card skimming at airports, fake airline customer service numbers, and one of the most common, online hotel listings that don't actually exist. And no, you don't have to be gullible, you just have to be hopeful. And hope without verification becomes vulnerability. The very qualities that make you an ideal traveler, trust, openness, a sense of excitement, also make you easier to trick. You might see a beachfront hotel at half the usual price, complete with gorgeous photos and dozens of positive reviews. But what you don't see is that the reviews are fake. The photos are stolen, and the moment you enter your card information, your trip is already over, and the thief is halfway through spending your money. Some even create full confirmation emails, check-in instructions, and customer service numbers that lead to disconnected lines or bots. And what's worse, the moment you realize you've been tricked, you're often in another country at night with nowhere to go and very little recourse. But it's not just the big-ticket scams. Even micro-frauds add up. Overpriced taxis pretending their meter is broken. Tour guides who offer a free walking tour then demand cash halfway through. ATM machines rigged with skimmers that copy your card and drain your account hours later. Street vendors who place gifts in your hand, flowers, bracelets, samples, then pressure you into paying exorbitantly. These are not rare. These are strategies, and seniors more than anyone are their prime targets. So what do? First, we accept this. Protecting your money is part of protecting your health. Stress, embarrassment, and financial loss can trigger physical symptoms, Anxiety spikes blood pressure, fear disrupts sleep, and uncertainty clouds judgment. So being scam savvy isn't just about being financially wise, it's about being physically resilient, emotionally steady, and mentally empowered. The very first step: book through verified, well-known platforms. Use direct hotel websites or trusted aggregators like Booking.com, Expedia, or Airbnb, but always double-check that the site URL is correct. Look for HTTPS in the address bar. And before entering any card details, open Google Maps, find the exact hotel or rental address, and look at the street view. Does it match the listing? Does it even exist? This one step alone has saved thousands from being duped. Second, never book by wire transfer or send payments through services like Western Union or Zelle to hosts you haven't spoken to directly on a secure platform. Scammers love urgency. Book now before it's gone. Only one room left. But true hospitality doesn't pressure you, it invites you. And it allows time to breathe, to think, and to double-check. Use a credit card with fraud protection, not a debit card, and certainly not cash. Credit card companies often offer built-in travel insurance and can reverse charges if something goes wrong. Debit cards, once emptied, are much harder to reclaim. And when withdrawing cash, choose ATMs located inside banks, not standalone machines in tourist districts. Those are often the ones that get tampered with. When you're at the airport, double-check every website or phone number before calling. A rising scam involves fake airline customer service numbers listed on Google. You think you're calling Delta or American Airlines, but instead you're speaking with a scam center halfway across the globe asking for your verification code and rebooking fee. Within minutes, your card is compromised and your trip derailed. And then there's the classic trick: free. A free tour, a free bracelet, a free map, but free rarely means free. High-pressure tactics disguised as kindness are the oldest con in the book. Trust your instincts. If it feels too smooth, too generous, too good to be true, it probably is. Decline politely, step away calmly, and never feel guilty for protecting your peace. It's also wise to set spending alerts on your bank account. Many banks allow text or app notifications for purchases over a set amount. If someone uses your card without your knowledge, you'll know immediately and can take action. Also, carry 2 cards from different banks and keep one hidden in your luggage or money belt. If your primary card is lost or stolen, you won't be stranded. Lastly, keep your devices secure. Use a VPN when accessing public Wi-Fi. Never enter sensitive information, banking, email passwords on unsecured networks. Turn off Bluetooth when not in use and avoid AirDrop or file sharing in public spaces. Your phone is more than a camera, it's your digital vault. Treat it like one. You've waited a long time for this chapter. You've earned your passport stamps, your postcards, your memories. But memories don't come from bargains, they come from safety. From knowing you did everything in your power to protect the journey. And once you do, you walk freer, you rest easier. You smile wider, because every dollar protected is one more meal, one more gallery, one more boat ride through the world's beauty. So the next time a deal catches your eye, ask yourself, is this a gift or a gamble? And if your gut whispers, listen, because your money isn't just paper, it's time. Time saved, time earned. And you, SSS, my friend, are worth spending it wisely. The 3 golden tools of the wise traveler. You don't need more strength, you just need smarter tools. At this stage in life, it's not about pushing harder or proving more. It's about moving through the world with intention, with grace, and with a sense of knowing that less force, more wisdom is the true power of aging well. After all the risks we've explored, from medical emergencies to scams to the quiet drain of fatigue, You might be wondering, is travel even worth the effort? And the answer, deeply and fully, is yes. But only if you equip yourself not just with sunscreen and sneakers, but with tools that make your travel safer, richer, and more restorative. These are not just gadgets. They are extensions of care. They are reminders that this stage of life doesn't need to be rushed. It needs to be protected and enjoyed with thoughtfulness. So here are 3 golden tools, simple in form, powerful in practice, that can elevate your experience and safeguard your peace. The first, a health tracker watch, but not just one that counts steps. We're talking about a smart device that monitors your heart rate, tracks your blood oxygen saturation, O2, detects falls, reminds you to move during long flights, and even notifies a loved one if something seems wrong. Devices like the Apple Watch, Fitbit Sense, or Garmin Vivasmart aren't just tech accessories. They're modern health companions. They keep quiet tabs on your body's rhythm, alert you if something veers off course, and in many cases can sync your data directly to your phone or caregiver. For someone over 60, this isn't luxury, it's insurance. It gives you feedback in real time. Is your heart rate too high after that steep hill? Is your oxygen dipping during air travel? Are you sleeping enough to recover? These watches are not here to control you. They're here to remind you that your body is a system worth listening to. And if something feels off, it lets you catch it before it becomes a crisis. Because the truth is, the earlier you notice subtle changes, the more power you have to act with clarity, not panic. The second golden tool, a travel journal with emergency pockets. This isn't your childhood diary. This is a fusion of function and reflection. A small, dedicated notebook or folio where you keep your itinerary, emergency contacts, medication list, travel insurance documents, passport copy, and doctor's notes, all in one place that's easy to reach in case of confusion or need. In today's digital world, we rely so heavily on phones, but batteries die, Wi-Fi cuts out, apps freeze. A physical, printed log of your essentials is your silent companion. And beyond the practical, a travel journal also becomes a place to remember. Write down how that cathedral made you feel. Sketch the curve of a mountain's skyline. List the names of people who helped you or made you laugh. It's not just paper, it's memory preserved in ink. And when the trip is over, that journal becomes something you hold in your hands and say, yes, I really lived this. That matters, especially now. Because your story is still unfolding and it deserves to be captured with care. And the third, most underestimated tool of all, the quiet day itinerary. This is not an object you pack, but a principle you carry. It's the discipline of building emptiness into your schedule, of choosing rest not as an afterthought, but as a destination itself. For every 2 days of activity, you plan 1 day of openness. No tour, no timelines, no must-sees. Just space to breathe, nap, sit by a window, or wander slowly through a local garden. Because doing nothing is not laziness. It's healing. It allows your nervous system to reset, your joints to decompress, your digestion to recover, your soul to stretch into the experience. You didn't travel across the world just to check boxes. You came to feel the moment. And the moment can only be felt when you're not rushing through it. The quiet day honors your age, it honors your need for rhythm. And it returns joy to the journey, not as a peak experience, but as a slow unfolding. Think of it like a Sabbath for your body. And it works. Travelers who follow this simple rhythm return home healthier, happier, and more fulfilled, not because they saw more, but because they felt more. So as you plan your next adventure, whether near or far, remember this. Real preparation isn't about packing more, it's about packing wisely. These 3 golden tools, a tracker that watches over you, a journal that grounds and records you, and a schedule that breathes with you, are not accessories. They are acts of self-respect. They are choices that say, I value my life, my energy, and this time I've been given. And when you travel like that, you don't just go places, you arrive in them fully. And you come home not depleted, but expanded, because aging well isn't about staying still. It's about moving gently, wisely, and with just enough space to enjoy the view. Final, don't just travel, transform. It's not the miles that matter, it's the meaning. And the truth is, the most important part of your journey doesn't live in the places you'll visit. It lives in the body you'll carry there, in the choices you make before you board, and in the quiet wisdom that reminds you. This time in your life isn't about how far you go, it's about how deeply you experience it. Because let's be honest, most older travelers don't stumble because they're unprepared. They stumble because they've been told to travel like they're still 40. But your body has changed, and so should your preparation. You don't need fear, you need foresight. And what we've shared here today is not restriction, it's release. The freedom to go without guessing, to explore without overexertion, to wander without worry. So let's gently gather what we've learned together. Too many older adults miss the signs. A skipped checkup becomes a costly emergency. A salad eaten too casually becomes a lost week of the trip. A beautiful staircase turns into a hip fracture that never fully heals. These aren't rare stories, they're common ones. Because when we rush, when we assume, when we ignore the quiet needs of an aging body, we trade joy for recovery, freedom for frustration. And that's not the life we're building here, not on this channel and not in this community. At Defiant Health, our mission is simple: to honor your body as it is now, to give you tools that protect what matters most, and to help you age boldly, beautifully, and on your own terms. This video wasn't made to scare you. It was made to empower you, because you still have places to go, people to meet, oceans to see, and sunsets to collect. But we want you to return home with stories, not scars. We want your heart strong, your balance steady, your energy full, and your wallet protected. That's what this journey is really about. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever faced a travel surprise after 60? Did something unexpected teach you a lesson you'd now share with others? Your experience could be the exact encouragement someone else needs to hear. We learn from each other. We grow by telling the truth. And if you found value in this video, if something here spoke to your body, your planning, or your peace of mind, please, I invite you to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the Defiant Health channel. Your support helps this community grow. It helps me reach the first 1,000 followers and continue creating grounded, soul-filled, practical guidance for those of us who are not done living, but are learning how to live smarter. And finally, if there's one truth I hope you carry from this moment forward, let it be this: the older you get, the more precious your time becomes. So don't chase, plan, savor, protect. Transform your trips from rushed itineraries into restorative experiences. Let your travels reflect the care you now have for your health, your energy, and your story. Because travel isn't just movement, it's memory in motion. And you deserve for it to be whole, beautiful, and yours. If this video inspired you, I invite you to share, leave a comment with your story, and subscribe to Defiant Health so I can continue building this space for you, with more tips, more heart, and more ways to age with strength, softness, and full presence. Safe travels wherever you're going next. You're not done yet, and we'll be right here when you return.